Hello, everybody, and welcome to an episode of Andy Makes a Friend, where we're going to create Stars Without Number characters. So I've got my sheet up on the screen. You can see it. And we're going to be filling out some stuff. So it's been a bit since we had to do a Stars Without Number character. So I'm going to go over it kind of step by step to the best of my ability. So I need 3d6. I'm going to use my... do I want to use my Mistborn? My Masks dice. I'm going to use Masks plus this little extra d6 I have 2 Masks dice. Okay, they're kind of bright and spacey. That's why I want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to roll my 6 attributes and assign them from an array. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to roll 3d6 6 times and assign them in order. If you randomly... Okay, and then I get to change one to 14 after I randomly roll. So roll 3d6 6 times. So let's go. 6. Oh, 11. Not bad. 13. 10. Hold a second. 10. Ooh, 13. Boy. 14. Jeez. 1, 2, 3. What do we got? 5. 5. One more. Even if it's garbage, I can replace it with a 14. 10. Man, that's not bad. Okay. Still replace one of these with a 14. So, in Stars Without Number, I'm going to mark down my attribute modifiers for each score. In Stars Without Number, it's a lot smaller of a window than... other, like Dungeons & Dragons, whereas, like, you know, Dungeons & Dragons, a 20 is a +5. In Stars Without Number, 18 is +2, and that's the best one you can get. Then there's a huge chunk that's +1, a huge chunk that's 0, and so on and so forth. Or a huge chunk that's 0, +1's not too big. So most of these I have are zeros, which is good. Don't have any negatives. I get to replace another one with a +14. So let's go in order first, and then we'll decide what kind of character we want to make. 11, 13, 10, 13, 14 whiz. Okay, 10. Okay, sorry. Okay, so those are my attributes. They're over here, so that's 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay. I'm going to pick a background from page 9. Okay, let's go to my background. Should I roll randomly for this too? Or my dice? Oh, crap. Hold on a second. Okay, spacey is D20. Let's see. 15. I am a soldier. Okay, so soldier. And I get Sorry, I have to do this on a PDF, so I gotta scroll back and forth. Let's see. Get a skill listed. Okay, so I get the free skills. And what's my free skill? Covering my face. Whoops. Soldier. Any combat at 0. I'm going to go with shoot. Okay. Back to my main progression. So in Stars Without Number, 0 is good for skills because everything else starts at -1. If you don't know how to fly a ship, if you don't know how to shoot a gun, you're going to make the situation worse by trying. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It's just you don't know what you're doing. And if I got into an airplane and I don't know what I'm doing, yes, I might successfully land that airplane or I might crash it. Depends on how smart, dexterous, how much I know how to program the autopilot, how much I can flip switches, and it's going to be overwhelming. I'm going to have a -1 to flying a plane. But I know how to drive a car. I'm going to have a 0 in driving. I'm not a race car driver, so I can't drive it well. But I'll have a 0 in driving a car. So that, and then, yeah, so that's attributes and then skills, and we'll do more with skills in a bit. So, we'll do more with skills right now. Decide whether I want to roll for additional skills or pick them. We've been rolling, so let's roll. And I can choose 2 or more skills if I choose them. If you choose to roll for skills, you can roll up to 3 times, dividing up your rolls between the growth and learning table as you wish. When you roll on the growth table, some results might be +2 physical or +2 mental. In former cases, I can add to my attributes. And in the latter case, I can add... Okay, so physical are strength, dex, con. Mental are int, wiz, charisma. Charismo. Okay. So let's go to my background. Again, I didn't change one of these to a 14, so I'm thinking Constitution. I'm going to change to 14. Okay. So I need D6s and D8s. Let me get my spaciest D8. Okay. Ooh, okay, so I get 3. So gonna be random. So let's do a D6 first. 2. +2 physical. Good. And then I think I went 2 skills. So 6 is notice. Nice. And 8 is survive. Okay. Okay, so +2 physical. So you got changed to a 1. Oops, not 10. +2. So let's think. I can either add +2 to Dex to bring it to 15. That doesn't do anything other than bringing it to 14. And I could bring my con to 15 with the other +1, but I think, or get strength closer to 13. But I do think I'm just going to add both my +2 to Dex, making that a +1. The skills I got were Notice. I don't remember where I got the sheet, but I like it. And Survive. Okay. Both good. Okay. Notification. Let me dismiss that. Okay. Okay. Choose my class. So with this skill sets, with these stats, with this background, I'm thinking I kind of want to do some kind of a scout. So, let me pull up sectors with that number too, so I can pick a home world. And I will fit it within our Phantom Horizons game, because I have not started building my second sector yet. So class. So do I want to do a full-on warrior, or like a partial expert, partial warrior? Because then I feel like I can do some kind of scouty. Let me go to warrior. Let's see. Choosing a background. We don't need that character classes. Okay. The other thing is, I could just go straight expert and really focus on skills, which you would need as a scout, because I'm a pretty decent shot. So do I need that to be my focus? Would I rather be able to, like, fix things, pilot? Ooh, I think I want to be an expert. I think I want to kind of do a scout expert. So can use a gun. You know, he's some kind of space ranger, space frontiersman. But that would require you to have a bunch of skills, just like a real frontier, a regular frontiersman has to have a bunch of survival skills. But in space, you have to have very different and similar survival skills at the same time. So I think I want to do that. So let's see. Sectors without number. Phantom Horizons. Okay. Why don't I throw this over here for a second so we can all look at it. So, bunch of systems. Let's see. Let's go to an Outer Rim system. How about Megon? No. I've been picturing him in, like, a wooded area, but... Ooh. The world is doomed. I think I want to do Puracy Shaw. Okay. Minimize. Class Expert. Okay. So for Expert, I gain a free level in a non-combat focus related to my background. So I get to pick a focus, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Most concepts will take Specialist through their main skill. Oh, duh. I read a what I thought was a skill, but it's not. It's a focus, and I was like, I've never heard of that one before. You may not take a combat focus. That's okay. Once per scene, I can re-roll a failed skill check, taking the new roll if it's better. And skills are rolled with 2d6 in Stars Without Number. Gives you a good bell curve. So it's 2d6 plus or minus any applicable skills and plus or minus any applicable attributes. Okay, and when I advance an experience level, I gain a bonus skill that I can spend on any non-combat, non-psychic skill. To get my starting maximum hit points, here we go. Roll 1d6 and add my con modifier. To a minimum, you can have a minimum of 1 hit point. 5. That's not terrible. Considering I could have had 2. Okay. So, picked my class. Choose my foci. My foci. So let's go to the focuses page. And focuses are kind of like feats. I'm going to start being smarter and using the bookmarks in the PDF instead of just scrolling back and forth. Okay. So for the most part, in the default Stars Without Number, characters are humans. My character is a human. I want them to be a human. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. But what you could do is you talk to your game master, and they can help you implement robots or aliens, and usually that's represented through a focus. There are focuses in the rules. I don't know if they're in the basic rules, but I think they're in the expanded rules. So the other thing about Stars Without Number is the rulebook. You can get the rulebook for totally free. And it comes with almost all of the rules. It's like 90%. Or it comes with all the rules. Let me rephrase that. It comes with all the rules. But if you pay an extra bit of money, it's not that expensive. It's like $20 for the PDF. You get like an extra 50 to 100 pages of just GM stuff. Like, do you want aliens? Do you want robots? Do you want virtual intelligence? Mecha? Transhumanism. Are you interested in that stuff? Here's extra rules for it. Totally play the game without them. You don't need them. The rules that are in this, the base rule set, are great. They're all you need. And then there's a bunch of online tools which supplement that, so you don't even have to do a lot of the nitty gritty stuff like Sectors Without Number I just brought up. I can bring up again. I randomly generated this entire sector. I've changed things since then that I don't like, but I didn't like the name Puracy Shaw. I would change it. I know I've changed names in here. I've added all these space lanes. So I've tweaked it, but I could go right now, home, generate, and here we go. Got a sector. It's got more black holes than I like, and I can go and change that. Oh, cancel. I didn't want to do that. Oh. And I didn't save it, so it didn't do anything. But, pardon me. No, pardon me. Allergies are acting up today. Okay. So I'm going to choose my my focus, which is like a feat, or it's like a feat from Dungeons and Dragons. So I have to choose a non-combat focus. So I can't pick like assassin or armsman. Die hard. You are surprisingly hard to kill. No, I don't think so. Henchkeeper. I do love Henchkeeper. You get to keep henchmen. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm not going to read all of these just because there's a lot of them, and you know. You can't see it's a tablet. There's a lot. There's like 5 pages of them. Pardon me. And, you know, they're all decent little things, so I'm just going to read the ones that stick out to me real fast. Tinker. You have a natural knack for modifying and improving equipment, as given in the rules on page 90. Geez. Gain Fix as a bonus skill. Your maintenance score is doubled, allowing you to maintain twice as many mods. Okay, I don't think that's quite what I want. Wanderer. And the other thing is, do you start with focuses at level 0? No. Let's see. Wanderer. Your hero gets around. As part of life on the road, they've mastered a number of tricks for ensuring their mobility and surviving the inevitable difficulties of a vagabond existence. Gain Survive is a bonus skill. You can convey basic ideas in all the common languages of the sector. Ooh. You can always find free transport to a desired destination for yourself and a small group of friends, provided any traffic goes to the place. I like that. Because it works in both the wilderness and civilization. So I think I'm going to take that. So, where are my foci? Foci, here we go. Wanderer. 1. So first of all, that brings my survive from a 0 to 1. That's pretty good. Okay. Cool, very cool. Okay. Contents. Summary of character creation. Here we go. Choose my foci, choose my class. And then at this point in the little summary, it talks about aliens and robots, which we talked about. Now I get to pick one non-psychic skill that reflects my hero's outside interests, natural talents, hobby expertise, or other personal focus. Which I wish he didn't use the word focus there, just because... but I guess it's always referred to as foci. So, that's fine. Okay. Whew. So let me pull up the skills and describe some of the more unusual ones. So administer. I love any game that has an administer skill. It's administrating. It's paperwork, bureaucracy, all that stuff. Connect is finding people who are useful. Exert is like athletics in Dungeons and Dragons. Which probably exert. That's probably what I'm going to need. Which is a shame because I want like fix. I would like heal. No. Lead. I mean, not need lead. But fix, heal. No. No is like an intelligence roll. Lead is like a charisma lead. But I like lead. Notice, perform, performance, pilots, program, punch. There was one more I wanted to talk about. Oh, work. Catch-all skill for professions not represented by other skills. Roll it to work at a particular profession, art, or trade. So if you're like, my character is some kind of a computer maker in the future, and that's a bad example because program might cover that, but say they're a blacksmith. It's not really covered by any of the other skills. They're some kind of future tech blacksmith. They create, armor out of alien insectoids. That can be covered under work. And then these skills right here, which are probably hard to see on the screen, but they're all the psychic skills if I were to have a psychic talent or class, which I do not. If you watch Stars Without Number, our Phantom Horizon Stars Without Number game, you know that all of our characters have some level of psychic ability. That wasn't like mandated by me or anything. It'd be cool if you did that. I like that. But it just happened that everybody wanted to have psychic powers. So we have a biopsionicist, a metapsionicist. Timothy has telepathy and telekinesis and teleportation. I think he's only used the telekinesis so far, but he has another one. And Liz's character has very limited precognition. So, Marty and Daniel both took the adventurer path, which is a hybrid class that I didn't quite talk about. But so for classes, you have expert, warrior, psionic. Experts are kind of catch-all skill class kind of things. Warriors are fighters, whether it be soldier, berserker. You can play a berserker in this game. The melee combat rules are pretty cool. And then psychic, your main focus is psychic powers. You can play an adventurer, which is any two of the three. So a psychic warrior, which I believe is what Daniel is. A psychic expert, which is what Marty is. And I think Timothy might be a full-on psychic. And then Liz took for her focus the wild psychic thing, and she doesn't necessarily know she has psychic powers. It just makes her a better pilot. It's Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace. He doesn't know why he can fly. He's the only human to be able to pod race, but he can because he can see the future and his reactions are slightly better. But yeah, so I'm not going to take any psychic powers. I'm just a dude. I haven't come up with a name yet. My wife comes up with very funny names, a very good kind of weird. I'll just say, hey, I need a, D&D name, and it'll be, Galadon Jupiter or whatever. That's a bad example, but, Clapstash Thunderbash was the name of a dragonborn she came up with, and that was in one of our campaigns. That was the blue dragonborn paladin was Clapstash Thunderbash. Okay. That's my non-psychic skill. I have not picked the psychic class. I already rolled my hit points. Note down any attack bonuses I have. Currently it is +0 because I am not a warrior and I am level 1. Choose my starting equipment on page 25. Let me type in, go to page, that's close enough. I'm going to try and pick, there's a scout. I'm going to pick scout. Yeah. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so. Ooh. Readied equipment. Laser rifle. Armored vac suit. Knife. Survey. Scanner. Survival kit. Binoculars. Compad. And I've got 25 creds. Okay. Okay. So now boo. Didn't have. No, wrong. Keep hitting the wrong button. Come on. Contents. Summary of character creation. To mark down my total hit bonus with my weaponry. This is equal to my punch, stab, or shoot plus relevant attribute plus my attack bonus. So It's my base attack bonus. So where is my better? Oh, let's see. Oh, it's marked on here. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Weapons. Laser rifle. Knife. Not Nige. Okay, range ammo, total attack bonus. So my total attack bonus for a rifle is 1. My total attack bonus for a knife is -1. It's not the worst it could be. It's not great, though. And I can fill out the range and ammo and all that stuff later. So the damage is plus an attribute, and I'm not going to worry about that right now. Crude armored class. Different suits of armor grant different armor classes. If you aren't wearing armor, I am wearing an armored vac suit. Okay. So let me... let's find equipment. Is AC 13. So do I add my dex to that? Let's go back to the character creation. Okay, so it's 14 because of my dexterity. So where is it? You can look on here. We're at 16. Oh, 16. Here we go. Okay. Next, I do my saving throws. Physical, evasion, mental. So physical saves are against poison, disease, or exhaustion are 15 minus the best of my strength or con. So that's 14. Evasion is 15 minus my best of int or dex. I did this good. And mental is to resist psychic or mind-bending techniques. 15 minus my whiz or charisma, so 14 again. And in order to make these saves, I have to roll higher than that number. Match it or beat it. So someone is throwing some kind of psychic wave at me, I'd make it because I rolled a 19. I'd make my mental save. But if a bomb went off and I had to make an evasion save, I would fail because I only rolled a 10. Okay. And then finally, I wrap up my PC with a name and a goal. See, Krista gave me some names. Do I like any of them? No. Honestly, no. So let's go to random name generator. Cyberpunk? No, that's space. Okay, I like name Rents. And we need a goal. I don't see a slot for a goal at level 1. Current goals. I didn't do that. Current goals. Let's think. As lame as it is, I think he just wants to see the stars. I think he's learned to survive on his terrible home planet, which is a terraform failure. And he just wants to save enough creds, make himself useful enough that a crew will want him as some kind of pathfinder or scout finder. To work on new alien worlds as a pathfinder. And maybe that's sort of an old-fashioned goal because, you know, because of how Stars Without Number is kind of set up, every planet in the sector has mostly been discovered unless they lost contact with them a couple hundred years ago due to the Scream. So there's not really much new stuff to find, but maybe he's half convinced that there's a planet that's lost from the sector, you know, some kind of legend, or he wants to try and figure out how to get out of the sector and start exploring new things again. It's a sort of Mass Effect Andromeda-esque. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so that's my Stars Without Number character, Rence Moray. He's a scout, a soldier, expert, pretty solid stat line. Okay, skills. Let's see, how much time do we have left? Why don't we create another character real fast? Downloads and line. Let's see. Right. Okay. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Let's roll up stats. So 3d6. This again. There we go. Finally, something below a 10. Still doesn't matter. So that's a 9. 10. I guess that's average. Whew, 14. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. 18. Tough son of a bitch. No, that's not right. No. Yeah. No, 16. 16. Oh, I'm hearing thunder, so I'm probably going to have to wrap this up in a second. 9. 12. One more. 11. So it's 9, 10, 16, 9, 12, 11. So again, no minuses. Everything's except for con is +0. I can replace one of these with a 14. I think I would kind of want to make a psionic character. So yeah, I think that's what my stat array would be if I were to make a psionic character from this. Just kind of going through. I love telepathy and telekinesis, so I'd probably do that for my first psionic character. But precog's cool, teleportation's cool. Meta-psionics are neat. I don't think I talked about them before. They let you recognize and manipulate other people's psychic powers. So, like, people produce an aura, and you're like, that guy's using psychic powers. He's trying to deceive us. He's seeing the future. He's trying to read my mind. And you can boost and influence your friends' psychic powers as well. And biopsionics are, like, manipulating your physical form and others. So it's mostly healing and, like, shape-shifting. So I'm not going to go into a full thing because I think some bad weather is about to start here, so I'm going to wrap up this stream maybe a little early. But thank you for joining me. This has been Andy Makes a Friend, where I create characters. If you have any questions about Stars with That Number, put them in the comments. I'm still newish to the system, but I'm getting more and more familiar with it, so I can do my best to answer them. We have another character creation video where you can watch all of the players create characters, and a session 0 after that where we talk about the sector and goals and such. And then our stream, Phantom Horizons, which is usually Mondays at 7:30, or the first Monday of every month at 7:30. We've done 4 or 5 episodes or so. It's been really good, really fun. Check it out. And then Wednesday this week, we have our Spelljammer campaign. If you want something a little more fantasy, science fiction in only the loosest sense, they are over the planet of Innistrad from Magic the Gathering, and they're going to probably have to do some gothic creepy bullshit. So, yeah. I'm on Twitter at Andy Hatton. I mostly just post about this kind of stuff. Have a great night, everybody. Oh no.